Hello and welcome to Mr. Quinn Maths. In this video we're going to focus on quadratic functions and completing the square, a topic within the C1 module of CA. What does completing the square mean? What is the square and what has it got to do with quadratic functions? Quadratic expressions that are perfect squares have identical factors and they often look like this. Or even so this expression has a factor of -5, identical factor of -5, and this one has identical factors of 4, and this one, if we factorize it, has identical factors of -3 or +3, sorry. Let's have a look at an example here. Complete the square for the following expressions. Now when we're completing the square, what we do is take this x coefficient and divide it by 2. So that gives us x plus 4 all squared. Now if we left it like this, that would be x plus 4 upon x plus 4, which we know equals x squared plus 8x plus 16. Now that is very close to what we have here on the left hand side, except there's a plus 16. So what we must do here for this side to equal this side is subtract 16. Another example. Again, let's look at the x coefficient here. What we're going to do is divide this by 2. So that gives us x plus 9 all squared. Now if we left it like that, that would be x plus 9 upon x plus 9, which equals x squared plus 18x plus 81. Now as you see, this is very, very close to what we have here on the left hand side, except we have a plus 81. Now what we must do for the left hand side to equal the right hand side is subtract the 81. Now you can also solve any quadratic equation using the completing the square technique. So let's have a look at this question. Solve the equations by completing the square. We have x squared plus 16x plus 18 is equal to 6. Again, we'll complete the square for the x squared plus 16x, and that will give us x plus 8x, x plus 8, to the power of 2. Now, for this to be equal to x squared plus 16x, we must subtract the 64 that you would get when you multiply this out. X plus 8 upon x plus 8 gives us x squared plus 16x plus 64. Now as you see, this is very, very close to this. Only we have an extra 64 here, so what we must do here at this stage is to subtract the 64. Now we have this is equal to x squared plus 16x. Then we'll just copy down the rest of the terms. So plus 18 is equal to 6. And let's collect the terms now. So we have x plus 8 all squared. Now minus 64 plus 18, this gives us negative 46, and that's equal to 6. We have x plus 8 squared now equals 46 plus the 46, which is equal to 52. Now x plus 8 all squared is equal to 52, so that means x plus 8 must be equal to root 52, plus a negative root of 52. Remember at this point that when you find the square root of something, there is both a positive and a negative root. X plus 8 is equal to the positive and negative root of 52. Therefore x is going to be equal to negative 8 plus or minus the square root of 52. So here we have the two solutions to this quadratic equation. X is equal to minus 8 plus root 52, and also x is equal to minus 8 minus root 52. Here we have another question where we have to solve the equation by completing the square. Now this question is slightly different to the previous one, as we have 3x squared instead of just x squared. The first step of solving this by completing the square method is to bring the number over to the other side of the equal sign. So we have 3x squared minus 18x is equal to negative 4. Now we factorise this left hand side, so we've got 3 upon x squared minus 6x is equal to negative 4. So this then gives us x squared minus 6x is equal to negative 4 over 3. Now we can complete the square for the x squared minus 6x. Gives us x minus 3x. X minus 3 all squared. Now x minus 3 upon x minus 3 we know equals x squared negative 6x plus 9. Now as you see here, x squared minus 6x plus 9 is very close to this, except we have a plus 9. So what we must do here is to subtract 9. And that is equal to negative 4 over 3. We can now then bring this negative 9 over to the other side. So we have x minus 3 all squared is equal to, when we're adding a 9 onto the negative 4 over 3, which gives us 23 over 3. X minus 3 is then equal to root 23 over 3. A positive and negative root of that. So x is equal to 3 plus root 23 over 3, and x is equal to 3 minus root 23 over 3. Now we should be able to have a go at exercise 2C on page 22 of the CCEA AS Maths textbook. I'd also recommend the videos from Mr. Haggerty Maths that you can find on YouTube and on his website. The video titled Complete the Square, Part 1 and Part 2.